In a world defined by the mysteries of space exploration, one man's insatiable curiosity led him to a lifetime of scientific achievement. This is the story of Dr. John P. Charles, Ph.D., a pioneering research physiologist who left an indelible mark on the field of space science. John Charles, a distinguished scientist and a prominent figure in the field of space medicine, dedicated his life to advancing our understanding of the physiological challenges posed by spaceflight. Born on March 29, 1955, in Rockdale, Texas, Charles's fascination with space began during his childhood. Inspired by the early years of the space age and astronaut John Glenn, Charles's passion for space exploration ignited. As a young student, Charles embarked on a journey to merge his interest in biology with his dream of contributing to space-related endeavors. He earned his undergraduate degree in biophysics at The Ohio State University, after which he looked for a graduate program in gravitational physiology. Only two universities had such a program, the University of Virginia and the University of Kentucky. UK had already produced one scientist astronaut, Story Musgrave, who was a surgical intern and postdoctoral fellow before joining NASA in 1967. And Charles thought, if Story Musgrave thought UK was good preparation for a career in space, then who was I to disagree? That turned out to be the best possible decision he could have made. This decision set him on a path that would shape the course of his extraordinary career. John realized his true interest lay in understanding life's interaction with gravity. The University of Kentucky's gravitational physiology program became his academic haven. During his time at the University of Kentucky, Charles delved into the cardiovascular effects of repetitive acceleration loading and the challenges of aerobic conditioning for pilots. John's early research delved into the effects of gravity on the cardiovascular system. Collaborating with visionaries like Dr. Charles Knapp and Joyce Evans, he explored the intricate relationship between cardiovascular responses and G-forces. His pioneering work transformed the understanding of how the human body responds to the demands of spaceflight. His innovative work involved designing experiments on a modified centrifuge to replicate the conditions experienced by pilots. This research, funded by the Air Force Office of Scientific Research, contributed valuable insights into the body's response to gravitational forces. In 1983, Charles transitioned to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston as a postdoctoral fellow, and his contributions soon elevated him to a leadership role. His research focused on the complex issue of orthostatic intolerance, a condition astronauts often experienced upon their return to Earth from orbit. Charles and his team devised methods to counteract this phenomenon and restore bodily fluid balance, contributing to the well-being of astronauts during their missions. Charles's involvement in significant space missions continued to grow. He served as the mission scientist for two notable space shuttle flights, the STS-95, John Glenn's return to space, and the STS-107, Columbia's ill-fated final mission. His role involved coordinating NASA-sponsored biomedical, biological, and microgravity science investigations, pushing the boundaries of scientific understanding in space. His crowning achievement was his collaboration with his childhood inspiration, John Glenn, who returned to space in 1998. John worked closely with Glenn to prepare experiments and studies, fulfilling a lifelong dream that had begun when he was just a young boy lying on a playground pretending to be an astronaut. Charles's legacy extended beyond his research contributions. He advocated for a holistic approach to science and encouraged aspiring researchers to embrace a well-rounded education, valuing not only their specialties, but other fields of knowledge. In his later years, Charles held leadership positions within NASA's Human Research Program, where he played a pivotal role in planning and executing critical projects, including the one-year mission where astronaut Scott Kelly spent a year on the International Space Station, yielding crucial insights into the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body. His dedication to advancing the understanding of spaceflight effects on the human body was evident throughout his 35-year tenure at NASA. Dr. John P. Charles's impact on the field of space medicine was immeasurable. His dedication, passion, and extensive knowledge enriched our understanding of the challenges faced by astronauts and paved the way for future space explorations. On January 17, 2022, at the age of 66, John Charles passed away peacefully, with his wife Kathy at his side, following a 2-year illness. He left behind a lasting legacy and profound influence on the world of space exploration. It is therefore fitting that Dr. John P. Charles, a true space enthusiast and a dedicated scientist who left an indelible legacy on the exploration of space and understanding of human physiology, be enshrined into the Kentucky Aviation Hall of Fame.